Welcome to the boot. It's time for the World Cup Battle of the Badges. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. All 32 badges are here, and it's going to be the same format as the actual World Cup tournament, and I'm going to be calling it. So we'll start with Group A. Group A in the upper left has Qatar, upper right has Ecuador, lower left has Senegal, and lower right has the Netherlands. I'll let you take a second to look at these. Remember, only two move on from each group. Which of the two they're going to move on, and importantly, which one takes Group A, because that really matters in the World Cup draw. I'm looking at Qatar, and it's kind of a mix. They've got a nice design from their flag with the cuts near the top, and of course they have a football, so that's always going to get extra points in this tournament. But is the football too ornate? I'm not really sure. Now with Ecuador in the upper right, they've got the flag colors near the top. It's a nice clean shield. There's supposed to be a condor in there somewhere among the letters. Do you see it? Put it in the comments below. I don't see it. Lower left, Senegal. Ooh, that pops. Do you see anything besides the lion in the circle there? Well, if you look closely, there's an outline of a football there as well. Great color scheme there. Not so much color scheme with the Netherlands in the lower right. A little bit old-fashioned, but I don't know. What do you think? Let's see what happens here. The first out from the tournament is going to be the Netherlands, and then Ecuador. All right, so who's going to take the group? Senegal takes the group over Qatar. We move on to Group B now. Group B features Iran in the upper left, England in the upper right, USA lower left, and then Wales. Now, Iran has chosen to go with a pretty simple look here. They have covered off. They've checked the boxes on flag and football, so you got to give them that. And it's pretty simple. The football might be a little bit too simple. I don't know what you all think there. England, maybe a little bit old-fashioned, a little bit redundant. Where's the football, guys? Football is supposed to be coming home to England, but I don't see the football even on the badge here. USA, kind of sleek, but is that oversimplified? Could the USA not do a whole lot more there? You tell me in the comments. And then how about Wales? They just stick with a good old-fashioned dragon, but again, lacking a football theme. Might be a couple close matches here in the group, but let's see who moves on. England is out. And who else is out? Wales is out. Okay, who takes the group? Iran takes the group over the USA. We'll move on to Group C now. Group C features Mexico in the upper left, Saudi Arabia in the upper right, Argentina in the lower left, and Poland in the lower right. So Mexico, wow, that really pops at first glance, and so does Saudi Arabia in the upper right. They both have a football dynamic to it. Saudi Arabia really blends in, kind of like Senegal's did. And then Argentina just goes with the classic look, the 2 stars to let everyone know they've won 2 World Cups, the laurel wreath, the gold wreath down below. But what's up with the F in the middle there? That doesn't really go, but maybe you all think it does. And then Poland, another one of these old-fashioned European looks, kind of like the Netherlands. I'm not so sure, but let's see what happens in the game here. So the game's going to unfold here. Group phase unfolds, and the first out is Poland. Sorry, Poland. And the next out is Argentina. Okay, who takes the group? Mexico. But Saudi Arabia finishes a close second. I'd say that was probably decided on goal differential in the group. All right, let's move on to Group D. We've got Australia in the upper left, Tunisia in the upper right, Denmark in the lower left, and France in the lower right. Australia, boy, it doesn't look like the most sophisticated badge, does it? Not done by the most sophisticated artist either. Is that an emu on the right-hand side there? Anyway, Tunisia's got some stuff going on there, I guess you could say. But Denmark in the lower left, I'm just not sure. It almost looks simply like a lager logo that you'd put on a bottle of beer. And then France, there's not much to work with. If your federation's going to give you, what is that, a chicken or a rooster, there's just not a lot to work with. At least they put 2 stars for their 2 World Cups. I give them that. But let's see who gets knocked out early. France gets knocked out and Australia gets knocked out. Who takes the group? Interesting. Tunisia takes the group. So we have a couple already from Africa winning their groups. Let's move on to Group E. I want to call this one. We've got Japan in the upper left, Germany upper right, Costa Rica lower left, and who do we have in the lower right? That's going to be Spain. Sorry about that. What I wanted to do is mix these up for you guys so that you can try to identify them before I tell you. So they're not always in the order of how the groups are listed there by design. Keeping you on your toes here. So, okay, I'll let you decide for a second what you think, which 2 are going to move on. There might be some close matches here, but Costa Rica's got to go first. Yeah, that almost looked like the ornament of on the hood of a car. It was pretty simple, and Costa Rica's had some really good badges in the past, so I don't know why you want to move too far away from something that's working. Let's see who else doesn't make it out of the group. Sorry, Spain, you're out of there. Who takes the group? Classic Germany, with Japan finishing a close second. Okay, let's go on. Group F. We've got Morocco in the upper left, Canada upper right, Croatia down in the lower left, and Belgium in the lower right. All right, so interesting style by Morocco in the upper left. So not just the circle, but also more to it than that. Canada, boy, oh Canada, we love you, but it almost looks like a broken eggshell. I get it. Those are maple leaves at the top there, soccer ball on the bottom. Kind of clever, but I'm not sure if that's going to play on the field and get you past the group. Croatia, I think Croatia brings it on the field again. You can't really go wrong with the classic checkerboard. That is phenomenal. And then a football on the bottom, although it looks more like a volleyball or a really, really old-fashioned football. Thought they might have updated that after 100 years or so, but okay. And then Belgium, I don't know if the lowercase b is enough to get them through. What do you all think? They do have the flag colors. It's kind of elegant looking, but they're going to have to produce against some good competition here. All right, so Canada gets knocked out, and Morocco. Who takes the group here? Croatia takes the group. All right, we'll move on to Group G. Brazil in the upper left, Cameroon upper right, and we've got Serbia lower left. And anyone want to guess what's lower right? It's Switzerland, and usually it has to be a guess. Not really sure what's going on there, but Brazil certainly is classic. And hey, if you've won more World Cups than anybody, if you've got 5, yeah, I'd put them all over my badge too. In fact, this is very similar to what they've done in the past. A little bit more accent on the white interior in the middle there, and I'm not sure that it works. What do y'all think? I mean, if you've got a classic dark blue and a light blue, a little bit of yellow and some green, might be a little bit too much white there. You know, they might also want to mix in a football theme there besides their 5 World Cup stars. But Cameroon, ooh, that looks clean and it looks well balanced. And the football doesn't look 100 years old. All right, it looks good. You've got a reference, yeah, to the colors of the country. Well done, Cameroon. And I think they might move through. Serbia, lower left, got the football in the middle. How about that? Right in the middle, just like Cameroon. Why not? And a pretty decent looking shield. Switzerland, okay, I get it with, looks like a player kicking the ball, okay? But did they go too far with the design? Let's see how this plays out on the field. And it looks like Switzerland does get knocked out fairly early. And Brazil, wow, powerhouse Brazil gets knocked out in the group round. And Cameroon takes the group. What is that, 3 from Africa already? Wow. It's pretty fun calling this action here. We go over to Group H. In the upper left corner, we've got Uruguay with their classic look, which doesn't surprise me. And then Ghana, upper right. South Korea, lower left. And then we've got Portugal, lower right. What do you all think? It looks like a pretty tough group, fairly even. Uruguay, now they have 4 stars. You might be wondering, yeah, but they've only won 2 World Cups. Why do they have 4 stars there? Partly I say, why not? No, but in all seriousness, they actually took the two Olympics right before the first World Cup, and they won the first World Cup, by the way. So they actually won the World Championship 3 times in a row. No one else has ever done that. Uruguay's tiny. It's like the size of Florida, but they've done phenomenal over the years, and then they won again, I think in 1950. So good for them. The laurel wreaths, again, sort of like Argentina, look kind of majestic, and they've got the football right in the middle and the flag colors going across. I can't complain. I think that they are performing pretty well here in the tournament. Ghana is another one of these that has an extra design above and outside the main part of the logo, but the football is dead center. It's really hard to argue with that. I think they're going to be tough competition. And they're very clear with their Ghana Football Association. So a double dosing of football. Korea, wow. It looks like a flattened tiger, almost like a coaster or something. But hey, it's kind of a hip design. Would be nice if there was some sort of football theme there. And then Portugal, I guess, goes with a theme. What does that look like? About 600 years old. So we'll see. We'll see if they can get past the group phase here. No, they got knocked out right away. South Korea's out of there too. Who's going to take the group? It looks like Ghana, another African country. All right, folks, we are already to the knockout round. This is going to be fun. All right. We've got Senegal versus USA. What do you think? Senegal. It was too much with that design between the lion and the subtle football there and the balance of the colors. They might go deep in the tournament, I'm thinking. All right, here we've got Mexico versus Denmark. I was a little bit surprised to see Denmark actually squeak through the group, but Mexico just brings it, okay? I don't know that Denmark's badge is even going to want to be on the field with Mexico the way that looks. And actually, Mexico played a really good game there, and they won big in this match. This was not a close match. We'll go to the next game. We've got Tunisia on the left and Saudi Arabia on the right. Wow, another more African teams. They're doing really well in this tournament. And now we've got a head-to-head. What do you think, folks? I'm thinking that Saudi Arabia just looks really sleek on the right-hand side there with the mix between the eagle and the football. Indeed, they do take it. They wore them out in the second half there. Next knockout, we have Iran on the left, and we have the host Qatar on the right. Interesting. Totally different styles. Iran goes with a much more old-fashioned, down-to-earth football. Qatar with the flashy football, maybe to go along with the whole host and all the flashiness of the World Cup. Let's see who puts it on the field, who gets it. Iran's going to move on. Okay. Good job, Iran. We've got Germany now up against Belgium. Classic European matchup. Two heavyweights that have had badges for quite a while. And let's see who takes it. Germany's moving on, folks. Let's see next. Cameroon on the left. Oops. That was, I believe, just back up 1 second here. Almost got away from me. Interesting. Argentina with the 4 stars. No, I'm sorry. I did this one not too long ago. It's Uruguay. Okay. So Uruguay with the blue stripes for their flag doesn't quite make it against Cameroon. Interesting. Okay. So Cameroon's moving on. And we will go next to Croatia on the left and Japan. What do you think here? I think it's hard to get past Croatia when they bring a shield like that. It is. Sorry, Japan. Okay. And then we've got Ghana on the left versus Serbia. A couple of interesting designs here. Should be a pretty even match, but it looks like Ghana takes it. Quarterfinals, folks. We've got Senegal versus Mexico. What do you think? It's going to be a close one. Looks like it's going to be right down to the final whistle here. This might even go to penalties. I think it does. Wow, Mexico takes it against Senegal on penalties. Surprising. Now here, Cameroon takes it against Germany. Okay, they got him pretty good there. Now on this one, we've got Iran versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is moving on. Interesting. Okay, and now we've got Croatia versus Ghana. Okay. Ghana takes it there. Now we've got semifinals. Mexico versus Cameroon. It looks like Cameroon eked out versus Mexico. In the other semifinals, we have Saudi Arabia versus Ghana. And who's going to take this one? Looks like Ghana. Okay, with the colors, I think the extra flair to this badge may have done it. And so we've got an interesting third place game. We've got Mexico versus Saudi Arabia. Lots of green going on in both of these badges. Which one takes it? Mexico finishes third. Congratulations, Mexico. And then we've got Cameroon versus Ghana in the final. It's going to be a close one. That's a really solid matchup. Very similar colors, somewhat similar layout, good balance. This one's probably going to go to added time, and it looks like Cameroon takes it in added time. Congratulations to Cameroon. They get the World Cup for the badges. They win the battle. And so if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, share, like, and comment. We always want to see what you want to see. And also we have another video on the World Cup of kits as well if you want to check that out. Thanks.